get lost looking in your eyes, a little shook up at the sight of you. It gets me every time. And when I'm swimming against the tide, you're throwing me a line, pulling me back to you.
So 2.5 months ago, we left you on a pretty big cliffhanger in that we got out of our 27-foot Globetrotter and moved into a 30-foot Flying Cloud office, which we're standing in now.
Mm-hmm. If you're new here, this is Jameson, I'm Devin, we're Outdoors In, and we moved out of our apartment in August of 2021 and have been full-time in our Airstream since then, traveling to different places, spending a lot of time home in Dallas with family and friends as well. And if you've been with us, you know, like James said, we did leave you on a pretty big cliffhanger, and this week is a big video. So, not only are you going to get the tour of our new Airstream, our office, but we're also going to drop some pretty big Outdoors In news this week.
Yep.
So, we're doing a little better, right, Jim? Because in our first Airstream, you didn't get a tour until the day we were selling it.
That's right.
So, a little bit better in that we've been in this one for 2.5 months.
Yeah.
And you're getting the tour. And so some pretty big stuff for this week. And instead of, you know, making you wait until the end of the video for all the good stuff, or should we make them wait till the end of the video?
I think we should tell them pretty soon.
We should knock out the good stuff.
Yeah.
So this is a Flying Cloud office. So I think the most interesting thing about this model is that it has an office. So maybe we start there. What do you think?
Let's start with the office.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
All right, so we've really loved having this space in our other... Jameson's arm is shaking. Don't move, don't move, don't move.
I have to.
Okay.
Okay. I had to switch arms because my arm is killing me.
We may or may not have tried this a few times.
Yeah.
Okay. And his arm is shaking, so...
Let's show him the office with the good arm.
Yeah, with the good arm. What's been really great about this, if you followed in our old rig, we really had trouble just having a table or a couch. So in this one, we do have a dedicated table, couch, and office space. So we have loved having this desk, and that's been great. But you know what, James? I kind of feel like there could be a better use for this space. What do you think?
I mean, I guess there could be. I really like the office.
I like the office too. It's nice having a desk.
But I mean, I guess if it had to be something different,
What'd you?
it could be a nursery.
A nursery?
What?
That's right, guys. The big announcement is we're pregnant. All of 30 weeks, actually. So it's been cooking a while.
It's been cooking a while. We were 16 weeks when we picked it up.
When
30
we picked
weeks
up the
now.
rig,
Yeah,
so
picked up the rig.
in our last video, yeah, we were 16 weeks along, so we're 30 weeks along now.
But we could not be more excited to welcome a baby boy into our home.
Yep. So we'll show you the office with a little baby spin. How about?
Let's do it.
And we'll definitely give you a good tour of this space so that you can know what to expect if you're considering this model. But this is definitely going to be room for Mr. Benjamin Gillespie. We're going to call him Ben. So here's our fun little welcome for the baby. And we'll show them a little sneak peek of our photos. Why don't we clue in on... This is crazy. You can like totally see his profile. It's wild. Check that out. And that was at 20 weeks, so... He's bigger now. Trust me, I feel it. But let's start with the office, because that is the fun part of this rig. So this model, the 30-foot Flying Cloud office, does come with a very large desk. So show them this desk space, James. This is way more desk than you could possibly need, honestly. Typically what we need kind of fits like in this section. We recently got a new little coffee machine, so that's been a fun addition over here. And then there's a ton of storage in this space. So you can kind of see how big this room is by the size of this whiteboard. This is not a small whiteboard. We use it for all kinds of things. I used to have a bigger one in our apartment for work, and I just love kind of whiteboarding. So are you a whiteboarder? Is that your thing? How do you sketch out ideas and like make your target list for the day? That's what we do. I'll go ahead and show you up here. Now, we're giving you a tour 2.5 months in. That means this is not a fully baked tour. our organization still needs help. There are junk drawers already that we don't know what to do with, and space that we're not utilizing well yet. So we're going to show you this iteration, and you can kind of come along with us as we get more organized along the way. So for now, this is holding some baby stuff. We don't have a ton of baby stuff. We're going to be really intentional about what we bring in. But this is some fun stuff that family and friends have given us so far, mostly like cute little clothes and things. So we're keeping games up here. All of that's probably going to find a new home as we get it ready for baby. So, but it's a great spot to put things. There are 2 closets in here. Both are totally jam-packed right now. We're just traveling with too many clothes, but this is a closet, and then we keep some towels like shoved down here, and then like rags and things here. Nice little drawer there. Yeah. And then there's a nice little, I don't know really what this is, like an extra workspace, I guess, or
a changing table?
Changing table, depending on how things go. This is a really nifty drawer. You get like a really deep drawer. So this is like Jameson stuff and then some books and things. And then I keep my little same idea up here, my laptop and stuff and books and things there. There's a nifty compartment over here. Let's show them, Jim. That's where we keep some cords, some markers, pens, things like that over there. Just super handy to grab. There's a little outlet, and it's a little tower outlet or whatever you call it. Kind of connects down there. So let's show them this part. So all of the, there's another little compartment here. So I keep a little strip there. It's a great place to just plug in. Tons of room back there that we're not using. Coffee machine here, which is fun. You still get these great lights on the Flying Cloud, which I think is cool to note because they are really nice and fun. They're a good feature. Showed you that. So that's the office. You can kind of close it off. So for us thinking of this being a nursery, this is kind of nice because if baby is sleeping in there or if we just need some privacy over here, we can always kind of just section this part off. And it's really one of the only Airstreams where you have this sort of section, this room that's separate to itself outside of like your bedroom area. So that's nifty. And yeah, so Jean, what have we been up to? I guess before we complete the rest of the tour, maybe we just kind of share a little life update over the last 2.5 months or so.
Yeah, so for the past 2.5 months, we've been back in Dallas spending a lot of time with family and friends. We got there, when was that?
October 31st or something,
Yeah.
So right before the Thanksgiving, Christmas time, and it's almost like every single day we're doing something with family or friends through the holidays, which was great, and that's why we come home. So all good things, and then you started a new job.
Yep, I started a new job.
And then we really, you know, it definitely would have been fun to take you along more with this pregnancy journey. We were 16 weeks whenever we released the selling and buying our new rig video at that point, but just for different reasons, like mostly my job, kind of figuring out the timing of that news for them. We just couldn't be super public about it yet. So so now here we are, 30 weeks along. Baby's been cooking a while and doing 10 weeks.
Doing 10 weeks. So you got 10 weeks of coming along on this journey with us. And we're excited. I mean, I still can't comprehend it. I don't know if Devin can either.
The kicks help. Feeling like the movement and just the back pain will give you a little taste of reality.
But we couldn't be more excited.
Yeah, we're super excited, and part of that will be minor renovations, right? We can't just lay the baby on the desk, so we want to err on the side of not changing too much too quickly without knowing really what will be needed for that season. But we're planning to make some minor adjustments, so that will be something that we can take you guys along with. So let's continue the tour. Okay, what should we show them next?
So why don't we just go right behind you? What's behind you?
The bathroom.
All right.
This is cool because you guys know in the 27-foot Globetrotter that we were in, and also just a lot of the 27-foot trailers, which you'll see. We actually tour a lot of them at the Tampa RV show. That video is coming out next week. So look out for that if you want to see some more models. But this separate room for the bathroom is pretty cool. In most of those split models, you have the shower on one side, and then across the hall, a bathroom. So, I'm going to open it up and show you what we've got going on here. This is a nice big space. Keep in mind, this is a 30-foot travel trailer, so they've really done a lot with the room that you have. So, the shower here is actually a little bit bigger than our old shower was. So, you get this little squeegee door, which is nice. We keep our hamper same place in the shower. It's too heavy right now to stay on this hook because we need to do laundry, but we do keep a little hook up here for when we're not totally overloaded with laundry. Towel rack, and then just in general, like, it's a really good size space. So not bad at all. That comes with some shower storage, and then we added a little basket. You get your little window back here, which is always nice getting ready, letting some natural light in. This is also where you'll find your water heater setting, so you can, you know, change the temperature, that sort of thing, and you get that tankless water heater. Light. And the black tank monitor is over here as well. So if the black tank fills up on you, it will turn red and not allow you to flush. This is also a, what do you call it, Dean?
Macerating toilet.
A macerating toilet. So this is going to be one versus the like the pedal flush. This is going to be one where you use these various switches to fill the bowl and do like a quick flush or a big flush, and it's just a little bit different than the pedal flush in the other one. I can show them down here actually too. Again, this is not a fully baked organization system, but we do kind of have something going on here. So I think what might be interesting to know, Jim, is that we kind of live out of our little travel bags for the bathroom stuff. So Jim and I both kind of have our essentials in these guys and just kind of grab them out and use them as needed in the morning and at night. And then, okay, you can come back over here. And then beyond that, just some things. So I've got like lotions and things here. We have some medicine in the back, some hair stuff, and then this is where I keep makeup, and then I keep this little tray for my curling iron, straightener, and brush. So that's my little section. Jane gets a far smaller section, so I can show them that if that's easier. So Jane is more simple. He keeps his go-to bag and then some like just daily stuff back here. We have a bit more medicine and care, like first aid kit stuff back there, and then all of our bathroom cleaning supplies in a little bin there. So it works. Your toilet paper is on the inside of that door. Alright, I'm going to hand it over to James to keep this tour moving.
Okay, so as we keep moving towards the front of the trailer, we'll start here. We have another closet, so we have two closets here, which is a good addition, but you got a little light. These are all Devin's clothes.
That's not true. It's almost true.
Just kidding. And then we've got plenty of storage here, so a lot of drawers. This one is truly a junk drawer.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we won't let you look at that too long, but it's just, you gotta have a junk drawer. That's probably too big of a junk drawer for a trailer, so we need to repurpose that. But
we'll get it sorted.
It's junk. We've got some storage, Tupperware, baking, glass, things like that. We have coffee supplies and tea as well. So we actually have not used this drawer very often since we got the other coffee maker that's behind me. But this is our coffee setup, and I imagine we'll end up going back to this once Ben gets here. So got that. And then one more drawer that's got pots and pans and whatnot as well. So a lot of storage just in this one section. Coming over to this side, we have our pantry that is pretty clean thanks to Devin. But, you know.
I can go through this if you want.
Okay.
So we've got our potatoes and things. This is kind of like stuff we use less, so sugar and stuff like that is in that for ants to hopefully not get it. Back here we can have like pastas and fixings. We keep our little knife block right there. This is going to be more like lentils, grains, things like that in that little basket. We've not been to the grocery store in like a week and a half, and so we're a little light, but this would just be kind of where all the stuff is. And then we have some spices for chicken and grilling, and then just other like dressings and spices there. And then a little spice drawer here, which is nice. So in the old rig, if you guys remember, it was really cool because you had like this push button and then the whole thing would kind of roll out. So that was nice. But this isn't really that much different. It's still a great way to organize. So we just keep all the spices pretty much here and handy. Spoons and things for cooking there. This is a great drawer for just grabs. Like, so right now it's just some granola and like some cough drops and things, and we also keep our coasters and koozies there. But that would be where we'd throw little snacks, like if we have some junk food or protein bars or whatever. And then we have another drawer with a bit more stuff. So we definitely have some underutilized drawers. Like, this isn't a great use of a drawer, but we need a place for the aluminum foil and a measuring cup, so that's where it is right now. And then down here we keep all of our heavy stuff. We learned this in our old camper that all this stuff has a tendency to press on doors and drawers and knock them out and cause problems. So this turns out to be a great place to keep things like that are super heavy. And then over here, vitamin drawer. Won't bore you with all the fun of that. Here we have our silverware drawer. So all those little things that you need to grab. Do you want to talk about this stove and microwave setup, James?
Sure. Okay, so back to me. We have, what's different in this one is that we actually have an oven. So in our previous one, we had a convection microwave. And it worked well, but we were curious. It just so happened that this one came with an oven, and we were actually happy to have it. So we have a propane oven that's a pretty good size. I think, you know, we've enjoyed it so far. We have a cutting board here that we have not really used because I haven't oiled it. But we have a 3-burner propane stovetop with this glass that protects it and allows you to have more counter space when you're not using it. And then, of course, you have the microwave. So that's our kitchen cooking setup that we don't use nearly as often as we should, but maybe that'll change.
Are you gonna start cooking dinner?
I never said that. Okay, so what should we do now?
What's the storage situation up here?
Storage up here. Now, let's just show all these cabinets really quick.
Runs the whole length of the camper, pretty much.
Yep, so one thing that's great about this model is it does have plenty of storage. Now, one thing that we realized when we got in here and started putting things away is even though it has more cabinets, these cabinets are actually a little more shallow in depth than our previous ones. So you can't fit as much as you can in a Globetrotter cabinet. But let's just go ahead and open these up. We have plates and bowls and little small salsa bowls here. And then over here is all of our coffee mugs and whatnot. This is just a large salad bowl. But one thing we came up with that you saw briefly in our old tour is these little plastic grass inserts, and they're actually made for, like drying bottles and whatnot. But we use them to keep our ceramic and glass cups stable and not breaking when we're traveling down the road, and they've actually worked really well. So pretty good tip for anybody looking to stabilize anything that is not plastic. So
it's nice having that piece of home and not having to keep all the plastic camping dishes.
Yep. So moving along, we've got all of our plastic cups, and we have a lot of cups. And then also our Yetis and water bottles and whatnot as well. So that's all of our cups, which is a lot, but somehow we go through them all the time. All right. Moving along, we've got a cabinet that has a Vitamix and some protein and just nutritional items that we...
Jane really likes smoothies. He likes them a lot. So we're fully stocked on all things smoothie.
Yes. So actually when Deb got pregnant, we wanted to, pump her full of nutrition. And so we got the Vitamix, and she actually very quickly grew an aversion to smoothies. So I've been the one enjoying smoothies, and unfortunately she hasn't, but I'm sure that'll change. So that's Smoothie Depot right there. Over here is just my camera bag that really is honestly wasted space, so I'll probably find a new spot for this once Ben comes, but for now that's where that lives. And then over here, last cabinet has a bag that's full of wires, our they're outdoor indoor cameras. We usually use these just to put them up to keep an eye on the dogs when we're away. And then my drone is back here. And then this is just the stereo. So.
Anything special about that?
No. I guess one thing to note about the stereo is that it's really good. I mean, it's high quality. They have a great subwoofer that they put in all the Airstreams. Well, I don't know about all, but most Airstreams have a subwoofer and honestly just a really great sound system that I really enjoy.
Do you want to chat through, like, maybe this could actually be interesting, is to talk through a little bit of the, like, ducting system, ACs, the, skylights, fan, and all of that?
So, quickly, in an Airstream, you have ducted AC all the way throughout. So, you have vents, every 3 or 4 feet. That is nice. You have 2 fantastic fans in the 30-foot model. So what's nice about that is you can open both and then turn one fan on, and it will give you a nice circulation of air. Or if you only have one, you can just open the fan that's all the way down there and then open a window that's all the way back here, and that will circulate air through as well. So fantastic fans are great. Other than that, up top you've got speakers. You've got these can lights that are dimmable. One thing we really miss is accent lighting that our Globetrotter had that this does not have. So if you look up here, this little crevice in the Globetrotter, you just had nice accent lighting that gave it a real homey feel. This is a much more utilitarian feel of a Airstream. Mm-hmm. But
it's still really nice. Yeah. Like, we really like it. It's just more. It feels more functional, right?
And it's not to say, like, that's one mod that I think I will do eventually when I figure out how exactly I want to do it. So Dev, why don't I switch to you and you can show them our seating arrangements.
Okay. So seating, again, in our old rig, our biggest complaint, what really started us looking for a new layout, was that we had the dinette. And the dinette had to go down to make a couch. So you either had a couch or a dinette, and the dinette was also your working space for the day. So we never really put the couch together. We kind of always just had a table up. It was what it was. In this one, we have a giant U-shaped dinette, and it's actually much easier to put down. So in the Globetrotter, it was a split table that left you some like versatile functionality. So maybe you want one table up, maybe you want 2. And this one you can actually just really simply drop this down. So you would unlock these, drop the table down, and then add a cushion on top. So then you have your big couch. It's super fast. We do that almost every night for Dublin because he likes to lay on the big couch at night. So there's that seating area, and then we also have this seating area. It's a nice long bench seat, and it has been really nice. So we have had company over in this camper, and just in general, we felt this way, and then other people have said this too. When you walk in, it just feels so much more open than our last layout. So when you walk in, there's really kind of like space right here. And then you've got this seating area, so you can be hanging out here, but then also here. So that's been really nice. I'm going to do a little feature of this entry wall because we did not have this in our other rig, and I cannot tell you how nice it is to just have a place to throw your coats. In our old one, we were hanging like command hooks, basically, like trying to find really strong ones that we could stick in our bedroom and always trying to hang up our coats. You can imagine, I mean, even this like looks a little bulky, right? We probably have too many coats over here. That always felt like a little bit much in the bedroom, and then our little hooks would always fall off the wall. So all of that to say, it's really nice that you have space to hang jackets, purses, dog leash, and stuff. It came with this little whiteboard, and so we throw our keys up here and our little flashlight, which has been nice. We didn't show you the sink and where the trash can is. This is the sink. It's a little bit smaller than our old one, but just means we have to do dishes more. Nothing wrong with that. No complaints here, really. This is enough space to cook, prep, what have you. No complaints on the kitchen space. This is where the trash can is, so it is a tiny trash can. All of the Airstreams come with this little baby trash can. It is bothersome. We go through a lot of trash bags. But beyond that, keep, our cutting boards here, dish drying racks, sponges, cleaning supplies, trash, and laundry pods. And that's all. this is a cool feature. So there is a place to throw our shoes in this rig. So it's nice to be, can you please? So it's nice to be able to come in and just like drop your shoes off here, or keep your little house shoes there, so you can kind of switch between those really easy. We try to just keep shoes that we wear a lot there, so that it's actually nifty and not cluttery. The bedroom is basically exactly like our old one. So one thing that we do want to do, I think, in this rig is just refresh like all of our linens. So all of our blankets and pillowcases and towels are all really tired. So that's something that we'll probably change soon, is just kind of hit refresh on that stuff. There is a nightstand on each side, and honestly, Doug, you are making this difficult on us. There's a nightstand on each side. There's a little door down here that you have your own little space for books or what have you, and each side has a plug and a USB port. This is where we keep more clothes, and I'll show it to you, but just keep in mind I did say this is like 2.5 months in iteration and we're traveling with too many clothes. It's kind of a mess. There's sometimes a system. Usually every time I do laundry I reset it. I can't fit in half those clothes right now either, so there's no sense in having them all. They're just getting in the way. And then James' side is pretty much the same thing. We keep a little doggy bed over there. That's probably where we'll keep a bassinet whenever Ben gets here. There's a TV over here, TV over there in the living room, and then there is under the bed storage. So from the outside of the bed, and this is pretty standard I think in all the Airstreams of the Queen, there is a little like drop down door, so we keep different things down there. There's a bin in the middle that we keep a lot of our, that's where we keep like our extra toilet paper, paper towels, cleaning supplies, kind of goes in the middle of that bin under the bed. So the bed actually lifts up, and maybe I won't show you because the dog's there, and I probably shouldn't lift the bed up with the dog on it. It was a 70-pound dog on it. But there are 2 bins on either side too that can be used for extra storage. And I just remembered we have more clothes in those bins, both of us, don't we? Mm-hmm. We need to offload some clothes when we get back to Texas. So that is a big overview of this camper. So as we iterate our organization, we'll bring you along for that. If you have suggestions for any of our underutilized or messy spaces, we're all ears. Leave a comment on that.
So that is our tour of our 30-foot Flying Cloud office / nursery. I mean, we have been so excited to share with you this news, and it feels so good for it to finally be out, and for us to talk about it and share it with you. And we're 10 weeks away to meeting our son, and we can't wait for you to meet him too.
You like your new home, buddy? Huh? Are you cozy there? You want us to put down the table so you can have your massive bed? Why are you so spoiled? Theo.
This one just sleeps on us.
Literally on us. You are a needy dog.
You're a needy pup. That's okay.
Clearing out the way to close the open space.